Hello everybody, it is Badger Wild and we are back with a Space Engineers ship review video. And I got to looking through all of my ship reviews and I realized I've done a lot of different sci-fis, but I don't think I have done any Star Wars ship builds. So that's what we're here doing today. We have a nice little Star Wars ship, which is the Mandos N-1 starfighter, which is a Naboo starfighter that's been taken, modified in the series, and it is completely revamped and upgraded into basically the difference. It's basically like an old Pontiac that had a Hemi dropped into it, and then we had the GTO. That's what we're dealing with right here. So anyway, if you do like the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out the channel. And without further ado, let's get started with the review of this. So this thing is rather cool. Before we hop in here, let me pull it up. And we have Mandos N-1 Starfighter by Viva V. If you enjoyed this blueprint, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and yes, we'll do that. Dinjarin owned a modified N-1 Starfighter following the destruction of the Razor Crest Jarin, and the mechanic Pelimoto worked together to build the N-1 Starfighter as a replacement. This take on my Royal Naboo Starfighter features a survival kit, more reactors, upgraded weapons, and is considerably quicker, featuring much larger thrusters and more vertical mobility. Nab yourself a small grid, jump drive, or two, and you'll have everything you need for long trips. So you could put a small jump drive in here, or you could just use this as a fighter. It is very cool. It's got let's see, Heavy Industries, Warfare 2, Sparks of the Future, Warfare 1, and Wasteland DLCs. So it is a very nice, compact little ship we got here. And it does look a lot like the movie. Get a little more flair to it than the movie. We're sporting 2 exposed large hydrogen tanks, which is nothing wrong with that. I've used exposed hydrogen tanks on my builds plenty of times. We do have 2 Gatling guns that are far apart to make sure that we have a good chance of hitting a target. We also have 2 assault cannons and a railgun. We also have a series of these. I believe these are a type of decoy block that you can deploy out on the field as you're being shot at. Sitting up here, we've got 2 weapon slots, or 2, what are those? Weapon racks that are brought in here. We got 2 very nice ones. We've got a very good cockpit and a secondary seat, so you can bring a friend if you want to. Down even further, I'm looking, and I believe this here is the survival kit that we have. We've got landing gear, multiple thrusters, and 2 connectors down here on the bottom, so you can hook this thing up on places wherever you want to go. The best part about this is we've got these blocks here. If you were to put a projector on this, if it doesn't already have one, you'd be able to rebuild all of these at a welding position and just re-weld all this back up. With the large hydrogen engines on this thing, it can get a pretty decent speed. I'm not gonna lie. I've tested it out, but let's fly this baby around just a little bit more as we're going. We'll pop in tab here so you can see just how quick this thing takes off. When we push a button, we are out of here within about 5 to 6 seconds. This thing's at max speed and doing pretty good. It's got a good turn rate. It's not meant to be the most maneuverable thing out there. We are having some roll issues with the ship. It does have a roll issue. It can pitch up and down good enough, and it's got a very excellent speed as we shoot on out here. Checking out some of the engines. Number 1 powers off our, well, what does that power off? Okay, number 1 turns off forward thrusters so that we can just cruise at a speed. That's actually pretty good. Number 2 turns on oh, well, we can roll dodge, I suppose. It's got it's got systems that automatically roll it, so that's nice. Number 4 is our railgun. How in the world did that fire off the assault cannon at the same time? Yeah, I guess it's going to do it. So that fires all of that at once. We also have the railgun, which has to reload here now. 5 is the assault cannon. 6 is our warfare Gatling guns, which have a very decent spread. 8 is our connectors. 9 is our hydrogen tanks for recharge. And then here we also have our decoy launcher so that everything can just target that and shoot at it instead. So yeah, a very, very cool little fighter that if you want to deploy decoys, have a whole lot of options. Checking here, yeah, we don't have anything else. But like I said, it's also got the back seat in it too. And I thought this was very clever. You put it back here on this back seat here, you kind of feel like Grogu sitting in the back. Very cool little ship. Like I said, has just about everything. And if you've got mods for jump drives, or you could just hook this thing up to a ship like most people do and just fly off across the galaxy. I do like these pistons right here, make it look like it in that section, make it look like it's got a supercharger on it. But yeah, like I said, this is a pretty interesting little ship. Like I said, I haven't done any Star Wars ships, so I thought, let's do one of these. I didn't want to do one that required a bunch of mods, so we didn't implement those at all. And yeah, just an awesome little ship. If you guys want to print it out real quick, I don't think it has any subgrids at all. Looking at it, there are no subgrids, though it does look like it's got some subgrids. It almost looks like there's subgridding in some areas. But the only subgrids really are going to be those decoy blocks, and those are probably going to be fine if it doesn't already have a projector. You could probably just install one really quickly, throw the blueprint on, line it all up, and fly it onto a hangar, drop it down where some welders are, weld up more decoys, and fly off into battle again. But as usual, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little review of the N-1 Starfighter. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay frosty, everyone. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye for now.